Swizzy!
Zone.
Album release day live in the studio.
Poison.
Hold on one second, Swizz. What happened to your hand or arm? What is this?
It's fun. It's not fun, but...
Is this an accessory?
Look, I even got the color bands.
Was this from roller skating?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Shut
I
up.
swear. No, they
Is this a roller skating accident?
they threw me a surprise party in L.A.
I saw that. I was so mad I wasn't there. I hate to miss a Swizz party.
This was wild. It was so wild. I got to,
So this is from LA? You've been rocking with this thing?
broken in 3 places. Yeah.
3 places?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Did you still skate? Did you go to the hospital right after?
Oh, yes, I did.
It was bad.
Yes, but I went in style.
What did you do? You went in the car?
Yeah.
The birthday car?
Of course.
I don't know if you guys know, Swizz just celebrated a big birthday, and his amazing, beautiful wife bought him what was it?
Aston Martin.
An Aston Martin. A little
neon green.
A neon green Aston Martin.
Neon green zoom.
Did you know you had the car before you fell?
No, but I knew that I was not leaving my party in an ambulance. And so it was like the perfect setup. So everybody was doing their speech, J, B, everybody.
And your arm's already broken.
Yes, under my shirt, under my hood.
Did you know it was broken? You could feel the brokenness?
I
were in
fell
pain.
so hard.
Oh, God.
No. I never wanted to go to sleep so quick in my life.
You were like, please let me just pass out?
Yeah, because I didn't have my own skates. It was a surprise party. And these skates had brakes on them. So I'm not used to having brakes on the skate. So I did a turn and the brake caught, and then I did the back flipping.
And so now your arm's broken. You're at your big party that your amazing wife and everybody threw for you.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's giving a speech, yes?
Yes. I'm in so much pain.
Were you even paying attention what the man was saying?
I was paying attention. I was keeping my mind off of
the pain.
This hotness that was happening on the arm.
The heat under the arm?
But they didn't, him and Stott was joking, making fun of me the whole time. They didn't really understand I was
How
hurt.
bad it was, right?
Because I was playing it so cool.
You were still smiling and everything?
Everything.
Oh, you're such a good host.
I was like, yeah.
You're such a good host, Swizz. And then what happened? Then you go outside. You're like, you're going to go to the hospital.
Yeah, so the cake comes out. Everybody do their birthday wishes.
The arm's still broken.
The arm's broke. It's under the hoodie.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to keep it in place. I go outside and I see the neon thing, which it's only like 3 in America or whatever. So I was gonna get the car for myself. And then I called the guy and he told me that it's sold. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You sold my car? And he was like, no, I went away and they sold it from under me. I got to get you a new one, but I can't get you.
Wow.
And then come to find out, it's like parked outside my birthday.
By the way, this is like a $200,000 car, right? This is not a small present.
See, the thing is not the price of the car. It's like getting this particular one.
I understand that, Swizz, but just for reference.
Oh, yeah. But, it should have been more expensive.
That was the deal?
No,
that was the low?
No, but let me tell you why. Because my wife and other people got this for me as a gift. So this gift was from my wife, J&B, the CEO of Bally, the CEO of Zenith, Jimmy Iovine.
Oh, it was a gift from everyone.
Yeah, because they're like, what do we get Swizz? And she's like, this is what he's looking at. Let's do it, right? So it was she orchestrated something amazing.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
She's pretty great.
It's pretty dope.
All right, so you get the car. The car takes you to the ambulance.
She drives me to no ambulance involved. She drives me to the hospital.
I mean, right to the hospital.
Yeah, in the neon green.
And here you are.
Zone.
With a cast on album release day.
Poison.
There are many things to discuss since I've seen you, but since
Yes.
we've been in a room like this.
In this type of environment.
In an interview environment. I have like interview questions, Swizz.
Yes.
First of all, happy birthday. You just had a milestone birthday.
Yes, the big 4-0. But I'm celebrating it all year.
Oh, as you should.
All year.
Yeah,
this
okay.
Isn't like 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. No,
but
all
I feel
year.
like you're somebody who celebrates life all the time anyway.
We all should.
Yeah, I
We all
totally
should.
agree.
'Cause nobody's going to celebrate you like you're going to celebrate yourself.
No, you're right. But
Yeah.
you do, like, you travel, you spend money on things you want. You enjoy, you throw great
Too much
parties.
art.
You spend quality, and I know you, so you do dinners with people that you respect and just want to vibe with. Like, you're very much about like enjoying life.
But you're the same way.
I try to be, but I'm not as I sometimes get lost in work, and I'm not as disciplined at living life as I would like to be. So when I get reminded when I'm around people like you, I'm like, yeah, this is what I wanted. This is better. Life is better.
You're not getting this time back.
That's true.
right?
No,
so
we
gotta go. We gotta do it now. Have fun now. And it's just like, I feel like I'm just starting anyway, to be honest.
Yo, Will Smith just turned 50. And he bungee jumped out of the damn Grand Canyon.
That's exactly what I'm not doing.
You're not going to do that when you're
nah.
50? I thought you want to live life, Swizz.
Will live life for me with that one.
That was crazy, right?
I did like the longest, what is it called? Zip line in Dubai.
That's crazy.
And I was in the middle, it was between these two big mountains.
Yeah.
And you know, when you in the middle of that and you let it go, it actually does feel great. But the only reason I survived that is because I didn't feel the stomach drop.
Really?
Jumping out that plane, you're going to feel that stomach drop.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't take it. I'm just now getting on roller coasters because of my kids. Like, Dad, come on. I'm like, let me get on this one.
Yeah, can we talk about your kids for 1 second? Because you got an 18-year-old that you just bought a BMW for his birthday. Really setting the bar for parents out here.
I know, man.
You're spoiling your 18-year-old.
It took me a long time to make that decision. I went from a used Cadillac truck from his grandmother-in-law,
yeah,
to actually surprising him with something that he didn't expect. And the fact that he accepted the old broken down Cadillac and still worked hard and still maintained, and I just was like, you know what, he's not expecting it. I'm gonna just do it. It's cheaper than Uber.
And Uber
no, that's how I justified it.
Is it really cheaper than Uber? I
swear, it's cheaper than Uber.
How many Ubers are you? You doing the Uber SUV? You must be.
That's him.
Yeah,
like,
right.
He's in Miami and he going back and forth to school, and I'm like, we got to stop this Uber bill.
This is what you're watching?
No, the Uber bill.
Yo, we watch you spend your bread on the gram. You cannot be worried about your Uber. This is what you're worried about, the
my
Uber bill.
My son's Uber bill?
Oh, your son's Uber bill.
I'm not worried about my Uber. I'm talking about my son's Uber bill, which is justified the I-8.
Yeah.
Used, by the way.
I get that.
Right?
And can we talk Egypt? I don't know how many of you guys see this. Egypt is like a musical genius.
He puts in his time.
Can we say that yet, or are we not allowed to say that?
He puts in his time.
How old is he?
7.
And he's doing what? Give me some understanding of what's happening in the studio with Egypt.
He doesn't like the studio.
Okay.
So the thing with him and Kendrick when he was 5, that was a rare occasion.
Okay.
Because we're always in the studio, so the last thing he want to be is in the studio. And we don't force none of the kids to do art or music or be like us. Everything that they're doing because they want to. So he's into his classically trained vibe right now where he want to see things in the movie, like those big scores, and play them. So he's on that vibe. And then what he'll do is go into his drum beat and try to add drums to these big classical vibes. And then he'll step away from it and act like it don't exist and go play basketball and soccer. And then he'll come back to it. But he's definitely in a great space. I mean,
that's gotta fill you up.
Yeah.
To see your kid latch on and have talent and latch on to what you love and what Alicia loves. I
mean, even my oldest, he's low key with his production, but he produced J.I.D.K's first single. Mm-hmm. He has that whole movement. That's what he performed at his own party with all his groups that he produced.
That's so dope.
But he doesn't want anything to do with the Swizz Beatz brand, right?
He wants to do it on his own.
That's his own thing.
Did DJ Khaled crowd surf at the party?
I turned around and I definitely seen our brother with the arms out, feeling the vibrations.
How did that end? I didn't see the video. I just heard about it. Did it end okay?
It ended very well.
Did anybody get hurt?
No,
nobody was
hurt. No, I didn't get no phone calls yet. But the energy was so crazy in his I thought my party was his party was serious. Mm-hmm. The energy of the youth
was
your
just child, B.
Nah, I couldn't. He came his party started at 9. He gets there at 1 a.m. They in there. They didn't even care. I'm like, yo,
you gonna show up?
What are we doing? Dad, I got it. Trust me. He comes in, the energy turns up. He goes straight to the stage with songs I never heard of, and he's performing that he's made in this little world. And I just was looking at him. I was like, he knows what he's doing.
What does he think about your album?
He loves the Gigs track the most, and he loves Echo the Nas track.
Is it weird for you to play?
It is.
Yeah.
But it's good because he's very brutal with the honesty.
Is he?
Yes.
He'll tell you something that ain't it.
I just can't. He's very brutal, but I respect him for that. I had a couple people to perform at his party, and he was like, "Not today," and I'm like, "Why though?" He's just like, "Dad, you're gonna embarrass me."
Was you trying to bring the old heads up in your 18-year-old's birthday party?
Actually, not.
No, young heads.
Yes.
And no, he didn't want it.
No, because you got to like the world that he's living in. They're a SoundCloud movement, right? And so like these artists, we don't never hear them. So like by the time they get to this mainstream platform, the kids is already on to the next vibe. They're like, Dad, like that was yes, we like that song, but we on this right now.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends.
He played some of them records that he was talking about from that SoundCloud. I promise you, I thought the place was gonna blow up. I was like, who is this person? What is this? He was
you felt like the old dad.
This is what I'm telling you. No, seriously.
That's crazy.
It was an educational moment for me.
That's kind of dope.
It was pretty cool.
That's really good.
But they still dance to Uproar, okay?
Let's not get it twisted.
Yes.
How you doing the Uproar challenge with your arm like this? You fucked up the whole promotional run.
No, everybody else is doing the Uproar challenge. I just made
Boogie, it's on you
I just
today.
made the platform. I can still take your thing.
With the cat. Don't disrespect him.
Nah.
That's amazing.
Look, this cast got put on yesterday.
So you've been walking around with a broken arm with no cast?
I didn't know it was broke.
Didn't you go to the hospital?
I went to the hospital in L.A. They told me that it was a sprain. Then the other day, my arm was killing me, and my wife was like, "You need to get an MRI." Can't never tell her no. Go get the MRI. And
smart man.
Yeah, we let the queens win all the time.
Yeah, by the way,
yes. This
is excellent advice if anybody man
I'll tell you that right now.
Repeat yourself as I missed the part of it.
Listen to the queens, kings. But I went to get the MRI, and the doctor called me back like, "Are you kidding me? You're running around here like this. You need to get a cast on tomorrow." Like he was spazzing out on me. I was like, "What?" He's like, "It's broken in 4 places. You do music. You can't mess around." I was like, "Listen, let's go." I mean,
wow,
has
that's
anybody
crazy.
ever got a CAT scan? Like, I was in that thing for 2 hours.
I've had CAT scans. No, so that's a long time. That's nuts.
Listening to Sade.
That's the only
she saved me.
She saved your life.
She saved my life in that capsule. I was like, if I open my eyes, I'm gonna be claustrophobic. It was, man.
You poor thing.
Yeah, but we here.
But she was right. Alicia was right.
She got the keys.
What's up with her? She working on music too?
Yeah, she's
all the time, right?
She never stopped working. She's just like very strategic with her moves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like this is gonna be a great time for that. What people are about to witness. They're about to witness something like very, very, very great. And like once you have the experience and that you've had and I've been able to have, you're able to start to critique the missing links because you get to step back and be like, fix this up in here, do this and have real purpose. Like that's why the Poison album sounds the way it sounds on purpose. I could have went with the hype and the smoke and the big whatever record, but I was like, no, I wanted a body of work, and to be able to be in that position to actually deliver your dreams uncut is a special place to be.
Yeah.
So she's about to do that too. Ooh-wee.
Really?
Ooh-wee.
That's exciting.
Hey, well, you got the access, so you can call.
I can't wait. I love when you guys let me come in there, but then you let me come in there and I hear amazing things, and then it'd be like 6 years later, and then it doesn't come out yet.
I'm breaking that.
Yeah.
Right after the last video that people see in the last song that they hear from Poison, I'm coming with Beauty and the Beats, which is my R&B album. No, I'm not singing.
Oh, I got nervous.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm very nervous.
I'm not singing, but
who's singing?
All amazing singers.
Oh,
right.
Like a collab album.
It's just like Poison with the R&B version.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm coming with Returning to Showtime.
I'm interested in the R&B album. That's different.
It's gonna blow people's minds.
Will Alicia do a song on that?
Of course.
Yeah, she have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
And then so it's four albums back to back. So it's Poison, which where we at now, Beauty and the Beats, Returning to Showtime. So imagine Uproar and Party Up as an album. Like all energy, right? You wake up, you want to get it going, this is what you do. And then Global Mindset, which is all my international collabs from the Swizz Kid, Burna Boys, all of that international vibes that I never really got to display. And how I made this was I tried to fit all this on one album, which it doesn't work. And so my thing was like, let me guarantee people what they're going to get every time. Then I'm going to go back and do part 2, part 3, and
you have all this music like already done, right? Or
I do,
damn near.
I have it done, but it's fun working on new music at the current moment where the energy is at for me.
Yeah. But it's time. You waited a long time for this album.
I didn't really wait. I did, but I had to go and diversify my portfolio and things that I was into. I was tired of the music industry, the music business. I didn't really respect it as a business because of the obvious reason of how business is done. And so instead of being a disgruntled producer that stopped dropping all these things, stepped outside of it and just did other things that I love and built a different foundation. So now I'm back over here with no pressure on me, and I'm actually having fun, step my education up and just actually built a foundation for my family that's not based on like
one thing.
Yeah. So that took discipline. I'm not gonna lie.
That's like one of the most inspiring things about you, how you've. I don't even want to say your career. It's like your life. How you've like demonstrated your life. It's like you've done things that are so out of pocket that you'd be like, what? He can't go back. He can't go to Harvard.
Yeah.
He can't go. I don't know. You would like what was the car thing that you were doing for a while? You were like the creative.
Oh, for Lotus. Now we're McLaren.
Now you're McLaren.
Now McLaren.
But even that,
Zone.
I first read that press release, I was like, how did he do that? And then what you've done in the art world has really been inspiring.
That's been the fun.
Yeah.
All of it's been fun because, at the end of the day, when people look at me, they should look at themselves, right? Especially if you started from nothing, came from the streets like myself. Like, if I'm doing it, you could do it better. I'm just showing you that you can do it, right? But you are going to have to equip yourself if you want to do it, right? Like a lot of people don't really want to equip themselves and be educated in the field that they putting their life on, right? If you're in the music business, you should know the business of music. If you're in the art business, you should know the business of art. We want to ignore the business and just have fun and get mad that we're not in the situation that we supposed to be in.
Right.
That you didn't invest in.
Or that you will eventually get robbed because you don't know your business. Yeah. No, I get that. So then what's next? What's next?
I'm just starting, Angie. Like,
what do you mean? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to tell you, like, one thing I'm just going to change. I'm going to change the sound of music for sure, which I'm already starting to do with this album right now. When the last time that you got an album where you can actually pull quotables from an artist, like as a craft? There's a few, but I'm talking about like purposeful. Like if you listen to Bodega Babies with Pusha, you listen to Echo with Nas. There's no drums in that beat. There's no drums in that beat for a reason, for you to act like he's the Langston Hughes of rap.
Swizz, I had Mashonda here not that long ago when we were talking about the book Blended.
Yes.
What is your reaction when Mashonda first comes to you and says, I want to do this book? First reaction.
My first reaction is like, what kind of book?
What are we saying here?
Yeah, what kind? Like, I know you're a great writer, but what kind of book?
Right.
And then it was based on our actual experiences of how we got through with blending, and I thought it was an interesting concept, and we all agreed that it was an interesting concept because we actually live it for real and we actually seen the results. But I was like, it's cool that we're gonna do this book, but it's sad that people not gonna really care about it like they should because it's not negativity, and that's like you would miss a real message because there's no drama attached to it.
Right.
Right now, if she would have wrote a tell-all book dissing me, dissing my wife, then it'd be like ringing.
Number one bestseller for weeks.
And I feel like as the culture, like we should be able to. I'm not saying don't have your fun with the negativity because a lot of people use negativity to
spark something,
take away the pressure of the real things that's going on in their life. So that's why negativity and hate exists. It's like a cure for people's insecurities and ignorance, to be honest, right? So it's like a little pocket that people go in, and that's why it's so heavy because people are they're shedding themselves on someone else, right? If you're a positive person, you don't have time to indulge in other people's negative vibes, right? So I just wish that the culture would, if you need something, don't be scared to like embrace it, even if it's not the negative thing that you feel. It's cooler to be negative.
Yeah.
And that's like the illest thing that's in this world. But
You should look
we
for
came
things,
together and did something positive.
and you should look for things that fill you up. Because it would take you out of that space, right?
Because negativity don't fill you up like that.
It's temporary. It's like fast food.
Yeah,
It's like temporary. But I just think that's a scary, because that's such an intimate. I love that she did the book, by the way. I think it's an underexplored conversation that is like everybody has a blended family damn near right now. And there's tricks to, I mean, not tricks, but there's like methods to like getting past discomfort and all those kind of things. And I don't know, I just think it was a dope idea and a brave concept, but also scary, like, because how much are we sharing? Because this is your family, like this is as intimate as it gets. Especially Alicia, she's more reserved,
super laid back
with sharing, like oversharing. So that I was surprised that you all were on the same page with that. But it's dope.
She was into it. She was really into it.
She wrote the foreword.
She was so into it. She was keeping everybody on point. Like she's different. Like once she's focused on something, like you better be on time.
What do you mean?
She's just like super anal. Like she's she wakes up at 5 a.m. and do yoga.
Yes.
Right? When you have a person that's focused like that.
Yeah. Oh, she was into doing the book, you were saying.
Yeah,
or into
that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like a fake thing, because my thing was like, we can give the world something positive, but if we're not really positive ourselves, then it's a waste of time.
And it's a lie.
Yeah, and like, why do that? Right? And so we felt that it was to the point where everybody was on a good vibe, which we still are. And it took 8 years to get to that space. That's not something, even with the book, you're going to have to put that time in, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like, you got to still put that time in. People are like, the book is not going to solve your problem. But the book is going to give you tools to actually start the conversation with, right? Especially men. And that's why I wrote my part in it, because we like to use all the excuses on the table as men.
Like what?
Just like, yo, I'm not going to see my kid because I ain't messing with his mother.
Right.
And
she makes it too hard for me to see.
Yeah, all of those excuses. And I see guys really going through that, but sometimes we gotta like not be so tough sometimes, and like let the person that you upset with win for you to have the bigger win. And that's the kid. Right? Sometimes you have to like sit back and just take your gloves off, and when she coming to punch, you give her a hug. Right? And don't just do it when you need something. Do it like continuous. Like show that it's a real agenda, right? Because the person might not accept like the first 5 hugs.
Yeah, especially if the history is.
Yeah, it's like, I don't trust you. It's the trust thing. I don't trust you. Like, what are you doing? Like, you fake hugging me, this and that. But then in the back of that person's mind, they still taking notes, and they be like, you know what? I have been consistent about this. But you don't know that person felt that way. Right? And so just don't give up on having
your kids.
Yeah, don't give up on your kids. And that's what the whole thing was about. It's like, no matter what me and Mashonda went through when we were younger and our marriage and things like that, like, our kid have an amazing life.
Yeah.
Right?
All your kids have amazing life.
Yes.
Your kids driving around a BMW, you know what I mean? Playing expensive pianos and things.
That's what we work hard for.
No, it's great.
Honestly.
Good for you, baby.
Kids.
That's amazing.
Blend time. Go get the book. It's out now.
Yeah. Shout out to Mashonda.
Yes.
And I told Mashonda this when she was here. Like, you really live the life that you are talking about. Like, y'all really blend. Go on vacations. I told Mashonda she got to get a man for the photo ops. It looks a little weird when it's lopsided. She won't get a man for the photos. She said.
KJ, our son is very serious.
Oh, he's not having it.
I'm like, yo, you gotta like. He can't run your life.
Yeah.
KJ don't be having it.
Oh, that's cute. That's really cute.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get another? You would probably be interested in this type, Boogie. Another battle? We like these battles, man.
Whoever wants to smoke, I'm available.
Are people afraid of the smoke? Is that what you're saying to me?
I don't think people are afraid of the smoke.
But how many producers could really do that with you?
I think a lot of producers could do it.
Really, with the amount of work that you have?
I think so. I think I could be beat. Like, nobody's in.
Who scares you?
Everybody scares me that's talented.
Who would be the most challenging opponent in a producer battle, beat battle?
I spoke with Nori the other day, and he brought up Dr. Dre.
Ugh. Scary.
And
That's scary as shit.
you see, it used to be scary to me, but it's not scary to me anymore.
Why? 'Cause
Right?
it's been a while?
No, just the sound of it is like scary. But like at the end of the day, scared for what? Like we both got classics. We both got hits.
classics, yes.
We both put our work in, and I think that it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But like the reason why these things don't happen is because a lot of the egos and people are scared to lose. Like if I lose against Dr. Dre, it's Dr. Dre.
Yeah, you okay with that?
I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like,
nobody wants to lose. How does Just Blaze after? Like after it was all settled and done, the dust settled, and how is he with the results of what happened? He can't love that. Nobody wants that.
I think he felt that he won. He told me.
Oh,
that
he
won.
thinks he won.
Yeah, I think he.
Do you think you won?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I honestly do. But I just think that Just Blaze has a great lineup.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was so hyped to have the smoke with me that he kind of smoked himself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I didn't even plan for it. He planned this thing. Like he came at me with this. I'm just coming from across seas. I'm jet lagged, and I'm doing an interview for him, and he's like, "Yo, what's up with the battle?" I'm like, "You really want to battle?" Like,
And you just did
and
it.
he was just like, "Yeah, me and my cousin, we wanted to do this since 2002." I said, "So this is a long-term thing that you wanted to do?" And he's like, "Yeah," and he was like, and I was like brushing it off, like, "Yeah, you'll probably kill me in a battle. We good." And he was just like, "Yeah, I know you're not scared." And I don't know why.
He would say that.
It
Why
just
would he
made me
say
grab
that?
my phone and be like, live on Instagram, tell him what you just said. Yeah, I'm gonna do this and that. The Swizz Beatz, da 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 on Friday. Da da da. I can't be scared. Now it's done. And
It was such a legendary moment, though.
I love it for.
I remember I was sitting home watching it, and you know when you could feel like something's electric, and it doesn't feel. You know, everything nowadays feels forced. It feels, you feel like there's a sponsor attached or an agenda attached. It felt so hip hop and so natural that I was sitting home like, this is amazing. I almost got out the house and ran down to because you had told me to come, and I was caught up doing something else. But then I was like, you know what? I was enjoying it so much that I was okay, like just watching it. I didn't really feel the need to run down there.
It was like fight night.
But it was amazing. It was really dope. It made me. I wish we need more shit like that.
You know, the thing is, like, I only battle people that I respect.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, we're gonna talk crazy. It's a sport. You know, there's no violence happening, so we can talk as crazy as we want to talk. But I just think like the hip hop started on battles.
Yeah.
Everybody all scared to like have fun with the craft. Like everybody should be battling.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody should be battling.
People
like,
think like too much at stake, I think. And it's
like what?
It's the age of the internet, though. It makes it harder. It's like a battle used to be a battle in that moment. People talk shit after, and then it's on to the next thing. Now, they got to look at the memes for like 6 months. Some memes don't go away.
Yeah, he did have the asthma meme. He caught asthma time.
I'm just saying. They make
definitely
it worse.
did the memes on that thing.
The memes make it worse.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I'll battle anybody.
Anybody.
Why not?
I'm excited. We want to see who's next. Who we got? Who's next? Who do you want?
I would love. I would love to see you and Kanye in a room.
Kanye.
I would love to see that.
I battled Kanye already.
Yeah, you did it on the stage, but
that was the first.
It wasn't a real battle though.
No,
that
I'm
wasn't
talking
like a
about
real battle.
Unreleased.
That was like a show battle. That wasn't like
That wasn't a Just Blaze battle.
No. I would love to see that. Would you do that? Where you at with Kanye? I know you've been very open about your opinions about his hat and movement. And
I came to the conclusion that I got to let that man be who he is. And although, you know, I might disagree with certain things, that's my personal opinion. And that's been my friend for over 20-something years. And whether we like it or not, I got to, like, let him do his thing. And, you know, and if he need help, or if he needs some advice, I'm here for him. But I don't feel cool with going out in the media. And even in the media, like I told him that we love you. And I said F the hat. I ain't say F him.
Yeah.
Right? Because like for me, what the hat stand for, there's a lot of things that I seen in front of my face. And us as a culture, we see a lot of things happening from the person and the representation of that. And I just was in my emotions that day. But you know, sometimes people need help more than like tough love, right? And so I'm just to the point where I'm here if he ever need help or if he needs some advice. Like, I don't want to be on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for me, if I'm on the other side, it's hard for him to ever approach me, right? Because my other side is very strong, even though I'm super cool. And, you know, we had a great talk. I thought it was a great talk. And then Saturday Night Live happened, and then he mentioned his friends was bullying him. And then that's when the song came. And then that's when things was just like, I don't know, I was just caught in the matrix with it for 5 minutes, a little bit too much. And,
I get that.
And I didn't really take that. My brother been telling the world that he's dealing with something and that he's going through something. And I got to respect that side of it for him and his family. No matter how I disagree with, and it's still F the MAGA hat,
100%.
by the way. I'm talking about Ye, my brother, my friend. And I'm just here to, like, you know, I'm here for him.
Well, supposedly he had a change of mind. I thought maybe because I thought maybe you had a conversation. I thought maybe Swizz had a conversation. I know a lot of people have had conversations. I know a lot of people have.
2-hour one.
Yeah, I know a lot, of people have.
Jeez, that conversation.
Do you think it sunk in? Do you think maybe something you said connected, or you don't know?
Maybe, maybe, but you know, I think that he's chewing a lot. You know, at the same time, and when you're dealing with politics, there's a reason why I don't really deal with politics. You really have to understand what you're talking about and what you're dealing with, because it gets deep and it's politics. That means that something is always underlining the truth in some type of way that is not comfortable like that. It's politics. And so, you know, for him to get into politics, that's something that he chooses to do. Me, I wouldn't play with it, because it's just.
You are serious about voting, though. I know you invited me to. I was talking about on the air the event that you and Alicia invited me to. Just trying to organize people around voting, and
I flew to Atlanta just to vote.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you registered? Oh, is that where you're? Oh, you're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's a good place to vote. So you voted for the governor? You voted for.
You know who I voted for.
I know. You voted for.
Let's not be crazy.
Abrams, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, like,
if I lived in Atlanta, that's who I would vote for too, and I would vote for Gilliam if I lived in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you vote for who you like, but that's who I would have voted for. Yeah.
Once again, like, my personal opinions on politics, I'm not going to use that as an excuse not to vote, because we do know that when certain things are in place, they're in our favor.
Yeah.
That's common sense. Now, are these people going to do what they say they're going to do?
We hope.
We hope.
Right.
Right? But, you know.
But the other side of it is really scary.
Whew.
Right.
I mean, that's literally a living nightmare.
Yeah.
In the daytime.
Yes.
It's more serious than we think. That's the crazy part.
And I'm sure you know. I feel like you be in rooms, Swizz.
I don't know anything. I don't know. Like, it's you know what's crazy? It's everything that we think is not. That's the crazy part. Like, you know how you like, is there alien? Like, you know, you got that alien thing in the back of your mind. Imagine, like, the aliens been in the Bronx chilling. And they just move a wall and be like, yo, they been here the whole time. Like, I'm like, what? Politics is like, it's like that. It's everything that you think is not. Like, on a for real level. Did you see the Michael Moore movie?
I haven't. I'm dying to.
Yeah, I gotta go see it.
All right. I'm gonna go see this. So here's our homework. We're gonna go see the Michael Moore movie. We're gonna get the album Poison.
Make sure.
We're gonna vote.
I did that already, but catch up to me.
All right, catch up. We're all gonna vote. We're going to work on our blended families.
Yes. Yes.
We are gonna enjoy life.
Yes.
This is all the things I got from you today.
And what's one of the main things that you made me rewind?
And always listen to the Queen.
I knew you wasn't gonna forget that one. Zone.
Yo, congrats on the album, baby.